You are sitting in a crowded coffee shop, looking down at your phone, when suddenly the hair on the back of your neck stands up. You look up. Someone across the room is staring directly at you. You didn't hear them. You didn't see them. But somehow, you knew. Most people assume this is some kind of sixth sense, a mystical ability passed down through generations. But the real answer is far stranger. Your brain has been running a silent surveillance system since before you were born. It never sleeps. It never takes a break. And it has one job: scan every face in every room for the exact moment someone's eyes lock onto yours. This is called gaze detection, and it might be one of the oldest survival tools your ancestors ever developed. Think about it. For most of human history, being watched meant something. It could mean a predator was stalking you. It could mean a rival tribe member was sizing you up. It could mean danger was close, even if you couldn't see it yet. Your ancestors, who could detect a watching gaze a split second faster than everyone else, they were the ones who survived long enough to pass that trait down to you. So how does this actually work inside your brain? Researchers have discovered that your brain contains specialized cells dedicated almost entirely to detecting eyes. Neuroscientist Nikos Logothetis, working with macaque monkeys, found neurons in the temporal lobe that fire specifically when the animal sees another set of eyes looking at it. Not a face, not a body, just eyes, and specifically, eyes pointed in its direction. Humans have this too, and in humans it's even more refined. Your brain can detect a direct gaze faster than almost any other visual stimulus, faster than recognizing a face, faster than reading a word, faster than noticing a moving object. Eye contact gets fast-tracked, like an emergency alert cutting through every other signal competing for your attention. But here's where it gets strange. You don't even need to consciously see the eyes to detect them. In a landmark study, researcher Colin Clifford and his team at the University of Sydney found that people could detect the direction of someone's gaze even when that face was shown so briefly and so faintly that participants reported seeing nothing at all. Their conscious mind saw a blank screen. Their brain, somewhere beneath conscious awareness, already knew exactly where those eyes were pointing. Your brain is watching for watchers, constantly, whether you're aware of it or not. This explains that prickling feeling on the back of your neck. It's not magic. It's your peripheral vision and your subconscious gaze detection system picking up on something your conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. By the time you consciously register the sensation, your brain has already done the work. It scanned the room, it found the eyes, it sounded the alarm. Now, here's the part that gets really interesting. This system doesn't just detect gaze. It changes your behavior, often without you realizing it. Psychologist Melissa Bateson ran an experiment in a university coffee room. For years, people had been informally paying into an honesty box for their tea and coffee, leaving money on the honor system. Bateson and her team placed a small image above the price list each week. Some weeks it was a picture of flowers. Other weeks, it was a picture of a pair of eyes simply looking outward. The results were striking. On weeks when the eyes were displayed, people paid almost 3 times more into the honesty box than during weeks with flowers. Nobody commented on it. Nobody seemed to notice it consciously, but the simple presence of eyes, even fake printed two-dimensional eyes, changed how honest people behaved. Why would a picture of eyes do that? Because your brain doesn't fully distinguish between being watched and feeling like you might be watched. To your ancient survival systems, the two are close enough, and for almost all of human history, the two were the same thing. If something looked like it had eyes, and those eyes were pointed at you, there was a reasonable chance a living creature was attached to them. This is sometimes called the watching eyes effect, and it shows up everywhere once you start looking for it. Stores put up posters with large eyes to discourage shoplifting. Some cities have experimented with painted eyes on walls in high-crime areas and reported drops in littering and vandalism. None of this works through conscious reasoning. It works because it taps directly into a detection system that has been running in the human brain for hundreds of thousands of years. So why does this system exist at all? What is it actually for? Anthropologists point to something called the social monitoring hypothesis. Early humans lived in small, tightly knit groups where reputation was everything. If others saw you steal food, or break a promise, or fail to help during a hunt, that information would spread. And in a small group, a damaged reputation could mean exclusion. Exclusion for early humans often meant death. Being watched, therefore, was never just about predators. It was about your social standing, your safety net, your place within the group. Your brain evolved to treat "someone is watching me" as a high priority signal, because in the environment your ancestors lived in, it usually was. This is why, even now, you behave differently when you know someone can see you. You sit up straighter, you smile a little more. You're less likely to cut in line, less likely to cheat, less likely to say something cruel. Not because you've consciously decided to be a better person in that moment, but because some ancient part of your brain has flagged the situation as one where your actions might be recorded, judged, and remembered. Here's the twist, though. This system was built for a world of maybe 100 to 150 people, the number of faces, names, and reputations your ancestors needed to track. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar's research suggests this number, often called Dunbar's number, represents roughly the upper limit of relationships the human brain evolved to comfortably manage. Now think about your life today. You're not just being watched by the people in the room with you. You're potentially being watched, or recorded, or judged by hundreds, thousands, sometimes millions of people you will never meet. A photo posted online. A comment left on a video. A message sent into a group chat with people from every stage of your life, all at once. Your ancient gaze detection system, the one built for spotting a single predator across a clearing, the one fine-tuned for a tribe of 150 people at most, is now firing constantly for an audience size it was never designed to comprehend. This might explain why so many people feel a low hum of social anxiety they can't quite name. Why posting something online can feel oddly similar to standing in front of a crowd. Why the simple notification icon, a tiny red dot, can trigger the same prickling, watched feeling as a stranger's stare across a room. Your brain doesn't know the difference between one person glancing at you and 1,000 people scrolling past your name. To your ancient detection system, eyes are eyes. Attention is attention. And attention, for most of human history, meant something important was happening. So the next time you feel that strange sensation that someone is looking at you, pay attention to it. Not because it's mystical, but because it's a message from deep inside your own evolutionary history, still running, still scanning, still trying to keep you safe in a world it was never built for. You are sitting in a crowded coffee shop, looking down at your phone, when suddenly the hair on the back of your neck stands up. Only this time, you understand exactly what's happening. Somewhere across the room, or perhaps across the world, eyes have found you. And whether you ever turn around to check, some ancient part of you already has. So next time you sneak a glance at your crush, be careful, 'cause their ancient gaze radar already pinged you.